Hi, everybody. I'm Alyce-Kay Ruckelshaus from Threshold of Hineni and the Widow Ruckelshaus. And boy, look at those weird lights. Okay. Like I said earlier, that's not an angel. I have blinds. And so I will try to duck those lights as much as I can. But it's real life, folks. Okay. This is how it is. Anyway, we're here to talk about the Apostles' Creed, and we're going to start on a new phrase. Okay, so far we believe in God, the Father Almighty. The next phrase is maker of heaven and earth, or some translations say creator of heaven and earth. Okay, let's talk about that just a little bit, because we're going to have this kind of plaguing us throughout the Apostles' Creed if we don't talk about it now. The Apostles' Creed was not originally written in English, so what we're working with is a translation, and you can never translate exactly from one language to another. Words have different meanings and nuances and facets to them, and so just like we have lots of different versions of the Bible or translations of the Bible that all say pretty much the same thing, they all mean the same thing, but sometimes they translate words a little bit differently because they're taking a different facet of that word. Words are like diamonds, and so when you cut them, there's like different ways to look at them and different ways to appreciate them, and taking several translations and putting them together often helps us to understand the real meaning of those words that are translated differently. It helps us a lot. So we have the same thing happening with the Apostles' Creed. So we can say maker or creator, okay? Pretty much the same thing. To me, there's a slight difference. Maker, you could make something out of stuff that you already have. Creator, you're creating something completely new. And that's what God did, was he created everything. Everything in the universe, everything that exists. God existed without anything else, and then he created everything. All right, so we can read that story in Genesis 1 and 2, and I'm not going to go over it right now, but you can read it for yourself if you haven't already. I think in the last couple of videos, we might have had you read that. So why is this important? And what difference does it make in my life? All right, if we believe that God created the earth, first of all, that goes back to God the Almighty. All right, he's all powerful, and he's responsible for making everything and for holding it all together. Good grief, these lights. I can't get away from it. I'm sorry. Just imagine that I'm like from outer space or something. I'm an angel. Anyway, so God created everything and he holds it all together. There are lots of songs about that. I'll try to remember to put some links in the description box below of some songs that you can learn that remind you of that. If I forget to put something in the description box that I've said I would, comment on it, please, and let me know, and I'll do that. I'll add it in. Anyway, so he's the creator. He made everything from nothing. And how does that apply to my life? Well, let's think about this. If we think that we just evolved, from some kind of little thing in the sludge, and we evolved along, then that kind of takes away our human dignity. If we believe that God created us, that he created everything, and then he created us, people, and he breathed his air into us. Okay, that is where human dignity comes from, is from God having created us and breathed his air into us and given us dominion over the earth. When we take away that human dignity, what happens? Well, exactly what we're seeing now. We're seeing babies that are being killed as they're being born and even after they're being born. We're seeing human life just not honored. We're seeing it not valued. Okay, that's just one of the things that happens when we don't believe, or we don't remember that we believe that God created everything and that he created us. So here's what I want you to do, is I want you to think of how this idea of God creating us, how this belief works out in your life. Do you really believe that, or do you not? If you don't, then this is one of those times for you to say, Lord, help my unbelief. Okay? I want you to think about why it's important and how that actually plays out in your life. Do you treat other humans with dignity? Do you think of them as creations of God, as his creations, his very special beloved creations. All right, so think about that. Share about that in the comments below, or in your journal, or make a video, or talk with somebody about it. Remember, we want to regurgitate. Let's talk about those three things again really quick. We want to eat like a cow. We want to chew on it for a couple days, and then we want to regurgitate it to help somebody else. Okay. All right. I love you all. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.